Alright, so this mission takes place about 2/3 of the way through our game, you see. This is our hero, Sean Devlin. He's hanging basically on the outskirts of Paris right here. And in this mission, Sean is going to go work with the British SOE. Being Irish, he's kind of reluctant to work with the British SOE. But his old friend Skylar from his racing days has kind of baited him to helping him out. And if he helps them complete what their task that they want, what they'll do is point him towards Dierker, the guy that killed his best friend. So in this mission, it's actually one of the fantasies we had when we started working on the game. Every picture we saw of the French Resistance, they were always blowing up trains. We're like, that's cool, we want to blow up trains, that's awesome. But we also wanted that classic movie moment of being on a train and actually, throwing people off, having fist fights, having gunfights on top of the train. So we made this big giant mission where we get to do all of that in one space. So in this mission, the SOE wants to get a Nazi scientist who's defecting off of this train, and Klaus Kessler, actually. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go, but they also want to fake his death. So what we're going to do is we're going to go get on this train, we're going to go set up explosives on this train bridge, and then from there we're going to go get on the train, jam the throttle on the train, and pull the scientist off of the train. So our missions aren't like your typical sandbox game missions, even though we're in a sandbox. It's very big, like epic, level-based kind of design philosophies that go into our missions. So we're going to leave Paris here. We're going to go out into the countryside. Our game is big. It's like 5.5 by 5.5 kilometers. It goes from Paris all the way to the coast of France and Le Havre, all the way into Germany. Big countryside in between. Big giant Nazi-occupied chateaus, literally layering the entire world. Let's drive in first person. It looks a little bit cooler. So this is Skylar's race car. It was important for us to have a lot of racing cars in the game because we have a race car driver that becomes a saboteur. This car we designed for Skylar. It's a bunch of classic design elements, but also a little bit of modern touches actually put into the car as well. So it's a little personalized for Skylar. So you'll notice the countryside is color. It's a lot less occupied than Paris is. But as I move out through here, you'll see, damaged Skylar's car. We're going to head out towards this big giant train bridge that's heavily occupied. And you'll see the black and white will come back into the world. So what Skylar's having me do is I'm going to go set up a bunch of explosives on the bridge before we go actually get on the train. So you'll see what's going to happen here is Skylar's giving me some explosives, and I'm heading towards the train bridge. And you'll see little trains going by. And it's a heavily occupied area, so we go back to the black and white look. And when you finish the mission, you'll actually inspire this area. So like I was talking about this idea of this quiet in, loud out mentality that we have with our missions. It's not about just shooting everybody in the face, but that is a viable option. So what we can do here is I can sneak a little bit. We'll hide out here. I'll take out this enemy patrol. I'll get up behind him. If I was seen in here in my civilian uniform outfit, I would be shot on sight. So it's to my advantage to take this uniform. It's not a get-out-of-jail-free card. I still have to play by the rules of being a Nazi. I can't go shooting everybody. I can't go climbing all over the world. So the idea is, if somebody sees me, what will happen is my meter will start filling up. And eventually they'll blow a whistle and raise the alarms. But in disguise, there's this idea we call a perception range. If I'm standing still, I'm not bringing much attention. If I start running, I bring more attention to myself. If I climb, it gets even bigger than that. So you still have to be careful when you're in disguise. So we're going to go set some explosives on these struts here. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. The player can tackle this at any angle they want. We use the lighting in the black and white, the red, to really pop them out of the environment, to kind of just make note and make them stick out of it for the player and pull their eye towards them. Or for things like crates of contraband, we'll have the little symbols in blue to pull the player's attention to them. We use the color as a tool inside of the black and white. So we have this whole world where you can literally climb anything that it looks like it can be climbed. So Sean can climb across this bridge here and plant explosives. And it's a part of the tools for the game. The player can use it however they want it. They can find a different way into a base, use it as a way to escape. It's literally just another tool for the player. Climb across this bridge here. So what we're doing is we're planting 4 bombs on the struts. Oops, somebody spotted me. Oops. So somebody saw me there. So what's going to happen is they've blown the whistle. I've blown my cover. Now I have to just adapt to the situation. It's not, I hesitate to use the term stealth, because stealth has the connotation of the moment you get caught, your mission's over and you're failing. So for us, it's about sneaking in and using it as a tool. I could have started shooting earlier if I wanted to. It's really about how you want to play. Oh. That guy is not letting me up.